If you're a backyard gardener like me, then it's probably safe to say that you've grown tomatoes. It seems like everyone has their own tips and tricks to grow big, juicy, and delicious tomatoes. So why is it that you never see fields of them? Here in the Columbia Basin, Travis Meacham is working with Friehe Farms to grow a test field that may be the start of something much bigger here in Washington.
Why haven't we ever tried tomatoes before?
I think on one hand we have, I think everybody in the Northwest, because I've gotten a lot of advice on how to grow them, because everybody has tomatoes in their garden, right? It takes both sides. It needs the production, and then it also needs a place to take them. And so traditionally, the crops are grown where they have a market, and the market hasn't really been here, the processing market. And so we need to have a processor here to be able to handle them before we can grow them. And we're even growing a different tomato than what you'd normally have at home. These are a very solid tomato, probably a bit smaller than what you'd normally think of. And they are, have gone through a lot of breeding. These varieties are very specific to be made into a paste that'll eventually get turned into ketchup.
Cool.
It's a little bit funny. I'm not a fan of tomatoes, and so I don't know if this was quite the right fit.
Yeah, your shirt matches.
I do.
Like this.
Yes. But I do like ketchup, so that works.
Ketchup is good. Oh, and people love their tomatoes, don't they? I bet, like you said, you've been getting a lot of advice.
I didn't realize how much people really do love their tomatoes.
Yes, they do.
I have gotten a lot of tips on how to grow these, and
so funny.
These are a little bit different than what we're growing mostly at home, and so they're going to be a very firm. When you pick them up, they almost feel like a softball.
Sure.
And so we
got some little guys already.
We're just starting to see the first ones coming.
And in order to get these tomatoes to be big and healthy, they're using a different kind of irrigation system.
This is a dragon line system, so what we're doing is pulling a hose along and only watering right in the planted row now.
Okay.
This is kind of a hybrid between overhead circle irrigation and drip irrigation.
Okay.
On one hand, it's very simple. All it is we connect a hose to our circle and we drag it and water comes out the end.
Yeah.
But on our hose, we have small emitters that come out, and so we're putting out a very precise amount of water.
Yeah.
And so each one of those aren't just a hole poked in there.
Yeah.
They are the exact size it puts out. And so if we need to put out water, we put out longer hose, and that way we get more water down per plant. We definitely think we're seeing water savings. And I mean, just standing here looking at it, you're not seeing any water being thrown in the air. We're watering right now, and so we're not getting any of that loss due to evaporation. We're getting all the water right down where we need it.
Simple.
Yes, it's a very simple concept, but it seems to work very well. So right now we are only watering this planted row, but as these plants grow out, we're going to drop more hoses down and continue to water the root zone. So by the end of the season, we'll be farming with all of these hoses on the ground, watering the full amount of land that you see here.
Wow.
Come on, catch up.
Oh my God.
Farming is a great occupation and what you do and seeing everything change, but I like kind of pushing and finding that next, whatever it may be, but finding that next something.
Yeah.
We're growing a really kind of firm, small potato that has been worked on for many years to be exactly what they want to turn into tomato paste.
And you said potato?
I do that all the time. I don't even notice it anymore. Thank you for...
Tomato.
Oh, it's so bad.
Where are we? What am I doing?